Is PNG's Prime Minister James Marape a liar or a visionary? We investigate the man behind the slogan, Take Back PNG. This promise aimed to wrest control of PNG's wealth from outside hands and deliver it to its citizens. But promises alone do not feed schools or fix roads. So, who is James Marape, the man who rose from finance minister to prime minister in 2019? Is he a visionary or a politician who talks big but delivers little? Let's investigate his record before power, during his rise, and in office. We will provide dates, facts, and sources for you to decide. Born in 1971 in Tari, Marape studied at the University of Papua New Guinea and entered parliament in 2007, quickly climbing into senior roles. He served as education minister and then as finance minister from 2012 until April 2019, holding real power and managing state budgets. However, his time was not without controversy. Ombudsman reports and investigations into major loans, like the UBS loan saga, touched Marape and others. This history is crucial when judging whether his later words align with his actions. In May 2019, Peter O'Neill, the long-serving Prime Minister, faced a vote of no confidence due to allegations over a $1.2 billion loan and other scandals. Marape resigned from O'Neill's cabinet in April 2019, gathered a multi-party coalition, and was elected Prime Minister on May 30, 2019. His ascent showed he knew the architecture of power and positioned himself as a clean break from the old guard, using the phrase, "Take Back PNG." This phrase promised greater state stakes in resource projects, landowner empowerment, and higher returns for PNG, creating a clear yardstick for his performance. Marape's manifesto focused on taking back PNG's resources, increasing state and landowner equity, renegotiating fiscal terms, and ending corruption. He also spoke of making PNG the richest black Christian nation, blending nationalism, faith, and economic aspiration. The test was clear. Could Marape turn this rhetoric into credible policy and measurable gains? Marape began with two high-profile actions, promising inquiries into contested deals and taking a harder line on resource deals. He reopened negotiations and reviewed gas and LNG agreements, signaling that PNG would demand better fiscal terms and local content. This posture played well at home, but unsettled some investors, with critics warning of delayed investment. Now let's examine the deliverables and the record so far, tracking resource negotiations, fiscal outcomes, governance, and social outcomes. Marape pushed for better terms on LNG projects, leading to mixed outcomes. Projects like Papua LNG and Pinyang advanced through agreements in the early 2020s. However, his government also clashed with companies like challenging Exxon in 2020, which some saw as risky brinkmanship. While Marape changed the tone and created negotiation leverage, dramatic increases in state revenues from these projects have not yet materialized. PNG's macroeconomic numbers are influenced by global factors, the IMF and World Bank note growth resuming but warn of debt buildup and fiscal pressure. Resource wealth has not reliably translated into improved household outcomes, a structural problem Marape inherited. Marape's tenure has not yet produced the transformational economic shift his slogan implied, showing fits and starts dependent on project timelines. On governance, Marape promised to clean up corruption, launching inquiries and criticizing foreign actors. However, independent observers argue progress is uneven, with inquiries not always leading to prosecutions or systemic reform. A central promise was a fairer share of resource income for landowners. On this measure, the evidence is thin. Provinces hosting projects often show poor development indicators with persistent poverty pockets. Supporters highlight Marape's success in changing the national conversation about resource deals and increasing PNG's diplomatic visibility. Critics, however, point to slow delivery on social goods, risks of investment delays, and concerns about fiscal fragility. Environmental voices also warn that rapid pushes for LNG and big projects risk social and ecological harm. If we pick two moments revealing Marape's style, they are his inquiry posture versus actual results and his LNG negotiation brinkmanship. He signaled a tough approach to past deals, raising expectations, but investigations are slow and the public expects more than announcements. His hard push on LNG terms gained bargaining power, but projects still need final investment decisions and construction to produce revenues. So, is James Marape a liar or a visionary? He is not a liar. He built a narrative and made verifiable promises. Nor is he a pure visionary in the sense of instant results. Vision requires execution, and ambitious slogans need systems to translate them into everyday gains. Marape is a political realist with a reformist agenda, facing PNG's hard constraints like capacity gaps and global market timing. He forced a national conversation about fairness in resource deals and pushed companies and donors to rethink terms. He has not yet produced the full fruits of that push, partly because results take time, and partly due to choices that increased uncertainty. If you value rhetoric and repositioning power, you might call him a visionary. If you judge by immediate, measurable delivery, he falls short. Marape is a leader with a genuine agenda for change, but has so far under-delivered on direct, immediate benefits to ordinary Papua New Guineans. To see if Marape moves from promise to payoff, watch for final investment decisions on Papua LNG and Penyang, and transparent payments to landowners. Also, look for results from commissions leading to policy changes or prosecutions, and improved fiscal stability metrics from the IMF and World Bank. If these markers improve, Marape's vision will move from rhetoric to reality. If not, Take Back PNG risks remaining a powerful phrase without the needed outcomes. James Marape stands somewhere between prophet and project manager. He raised the alarm and changed the terms of debate. History will judge him, not on speeches, but on accounts, not on slogans, but on ledgers and school books. For now, call him neither a liar nor a complete visionary. Call him a leader whose promise is incomplete. You must decide where to place your trust. Watch the projects, watch the audits, watch the money. That is how you will know if Take Back PNG becomes Give Back PNG, a real transfer of wealth to people, or remains a well-phrased aspiration. Subscribe for more investigative content.